we go. It is live. 7:20. Okay. Hey there, guys. How's it going? How's it going? Let's see here. Pop out chat. There we go. It's my boy Dreamcast Guy. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Saludes. Oh, God. I can't read that. I'm making sourdough. That's very good. Please don't rip your pants. I'm just here to see more ripped pants. Oh, my God. All y'all are evil. Immediately trying to troll my pants. Yeah, I need a haircut real bad. I think I'm gonna shave my head. Yeah, so let's wait for more people to get in here. Pull this chat up on my screen. Dreamcast Guy never grows a beard. The new house is fantastic. What's up, Dreamcast Guy? Been following you for years. First time watching you live. Hope the move went well. Well, yes, Kitsune, the move went really well. I did have one big thing break. Remember how I used to have two of these shelves? These are like the shelves that used to be in the background. One of my shelves broke, so I am going to need to replace it. Right now, though, everything is going pretty good. So the plan for this stream... let me move my chat down a little bit here. Shut Facebook because I'm not looking at Facebook right now. Yeah, so I'm trying to change my background, I think, because since that one shelf broke, I think that, like, I'm going to keep it more like this. So my plan here for a minute, what I'm going to do here is, I think... everybody will enjoy this. My plan is once people start joining in here, we get like some concurrent viewers going up and all that. I put this webcam on a USB extender, so I'll actually be able to walk with you guys all throughout the new room. So I'm going to give you guys a new room tour here in a minute. And you can check out the collection and how I've chose to build things. And I think it'll be fun to actually walk around the room with everybody. Big PP? Yes, the biggest PP. Picked up a bunch of Japanese Nintendo 64 games. Gonna mod my system next week. Very cool. Yeah, I have a bunch of region-free consoles. I have a region-free Nintendo 64. I got a region-free Dreamcast. I have a region-free Sega Saturn. I do not have a region-free Nintendo 64. All right, Mike, I'm gonna time you out because you've said Sega Saturn Mini in all caps 19 times in 1 minute. So we're just gonna time you out real quick. There we go. How long did it take to set up all the games again? I did all this in about an hour. So I just kind of I'll show you guys. So let's see how I can do this. When we get close to it, you'll realize that they're not alphabetized. Originally, everything was like alphabetized. It was sorted. It was like categorically broke down by console. This time, I kind of just threw it up. I just wanted it to look good. Love your videos, Dreamcast Guy. Thank you so much there, Jose. Pretty quick, yeah. Well, I mean... the thing is that, like, I was so tired after the move, I kind of just wanted to, like, throw things up. You know, it was just a matter of, like, I wanted to build my clothes, or build everything as fast as possible. You're much more organized. I don't know, man. I don't feel very organized. How many games are on the shelf? So, all right, so now we have 120 people watching. Let me show you something funny here. I'm going to move the chair out of the way. Okay, so... everybody, the plan for this stream is I've set this webcam up. This is a USB webcam. This is got a USB extender, so I can actually pick this up and we can walk. Here's the problem. I can walk. The microphone's right here. So let me move the microphone a little bit. We're going to go over to this collection. So let's just move this mic this direction some. Okay. Okay, cool. Can y'all still hear me? Does everything still sound normal? We're going to set the microphone or the camera over here now. Holy heck. Kitsune just donated $50. Sorry it broke during the move. Hope this helps. Yeah, thank you so much, Kitsune. Does my audio still sound good? Everything's still normal? Sometimes when I move this microphone, it breaks. Oh god, you can see all the scars on my face. Let me turn this a little bit. Yo! Okay, so now I'm actually over here at the gaming shelf. This is actually really cool with the super, the extender. Here, audio is great. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for that donation there, Kitsune. Okay, cool. All right. Actually, this is super cool to me. Okay, so hello, everybody. Okay, so what I've done is, for everybody who's just joining, this is the super extended webcam. I can carry it anywhere in the entire room. Right now we're at the game shelves. I can show y'all everything here. That's the bathroom, so we're not going to bother with that. There's my door. I'm going to show y'all the closet. I don't know. This is super. I love this room. This room feels so cool to me, so we can actually check everything out. But first I wanted to show you guys that one of the shelves broke. When I was moving, I had two of these. They're called Atlantic Media Towers. One of them snapped in half. And when it snapped in half, I didn't really know what to do, so I decided to basically just literally pile the games up. So this stuff looks nice and organized. What you don't see is off camera. Literally right now, I'm completely surrounded by video games. So here's piles of video games. The other side of me, piles of strategy guides. There's still boxes of video games I have yet to unpack. Let's see here. Hold on, I have to get a little bit closer. Chat's now a little bit far away from me. Let me look at chat. Sup, Max? Dreamcast guy is moving on up. Are you excited for the PS5? Yes, I'm super excited for the PS5. In fact, just for fun, let me grab the PS5 I made. Dreamcast guy, did you get those shelves from IKEA? No, I did not get them from IKEA. I got them on Amazon. But here's my PlayStation 5, everybody. So if you want to see the future of gaming, this is my awesome PlayStation 5. It doesn't even fit in the shelves. So this shelf here, this one is from IKEA. So this is just your standard. Used to, what I would do is when I was reviewing games, I would just sit at the at my desk. I actually just played everything on the monitor. I have a 41-inch monitor, so I would just review the games there. My plan is that now, when I'm reviewing games, I've always had this TV, but I never really gamed on it except when I was just chilling out. So I've set up PlayStation 4, the Xbox, I've got the Nintendo Switch, and now this laptop is going to be for recording. So my plan is that when I'm reviewing games, instead of like just being nailed to my desk basically, the idea is that now I'll be able to like sit comfortably and play things on a TV and like, you know, see all the tiny little grassy details. Here, let me read chat. Let's see what chat's saying. I would buy that. Why the move? My roommate needed my friend needed a roommate, so I just moved. And honestly, I wanted to move anyway, so it was really fun. Oh my god, he's real. I just came from one of your videos. Yes, I am a real person. This is really me. Matt Thornton just super chatted. Here, let me get closer so I can read that properly, Matt, with my webcam in my face. Matt Thornton said, one of two, finished Last of Us last week. Honestly, really enjoyed it. It went in a direction I didn't expect, and I like that it offered perspective from two different points. Yeah, thank you so much there, Matt, for the $10 super chat. Okay, so what I was saying here is that since one of my shelves broke, I decided that it would be cool to just pile things up. I wanted things to have more of like a, I don't know, that sloppy, like the way that we pictured a game room as a teenager. Like when you sit down and think about a game room as a teenager, you just picture piles of games up to the ceiling. So I literally basically did that. Hold on. Matt Thornton just super chatted again. Let me read his other half of the super chat here. 202. I personally think that the haters painted a picture that heads. Here, let me. I gotta get a little bit closer here. Let's see here. I personally think the haters had painted a picture in their heads of what they thought the story was going to be, rather than as a blank canvas that showed its colors and imagined as it progressed. Yeah, that's the thing is, I have nothing against, like, Last of Us Part 2 is not the way I liked, but I'm still totally cool with, like, I'm glad that more people definitely enjoyed it a lot more than I did. I was going to get both systems, but because of the Sony DMCA crap, I'm just going to buy an Xbox. The story was okay. No need to simp for The Last of Us. I don't know. If people enjoyed The Last of Us, honestly, more power to them. It wasn't my cup of tea, but I definitely could admire it. So here's the funny thing I wanted to show you all about the background. This is now going to be like the official background for all my videos. So here's like the big game wall. You can see I got like, you know, PlayStation. I try to put like all the Final Fantasies, Resident Evil, Spyro, Crash, like the games I super love the most. Then I decided to put like some random cool Wii stuff. Up here's like GameCube, Switch. But what's funny is that if you go over here, I literally just piled PS2 games up to like the ceiling because I own like 200 PS2 games. So it just PS2 games all the way up to the freaking ceiling. It's not exactly ergonomic. It definitely is eccentric, but I thought it would like look funny. Here, let me read these super chats here. Oops. Please don't get banned like Dr. Disrespect. Here, let me see. I think I missed another one. No, that was the only one I got. Okay. Jason Hubbard donates $5 and says, please don't get banned like Dr. Disrespect. How many games do you have? I have total physical games. I think I have about 2,000 physical games and I have about 2,000 digital games. And that sounds crazy. A lot of the games I actually own, though, if you ever really look really close at my game collection, a lot of these are things I paid like $1 or $2 for. Like the God of War collection is dirt cheap. Deadpool. I have a thing where a lot of times I'll try and buy games that are a little bit broken. One of the ways I collect stuff is like, see how smashed up this case is for Silent Hill Downpour? I got this game for free. Because they were like, oh, well, the case and the art is like what makes it valuable. So they just straight up list like, they just gave it to me. So complete game, art, everything, free. So that's always my tip for collecting is definitely like, you know, try and make everything as affordable as possible. Bloody hell, that's a lot. Let's see here. You could buy a house. You think so? So I am going to sell this stuff at some point. I might... Houses are expensive, and I don't really have any credit. I've never had a credit card. I've never had any of that stuff. So buying a house requires some financial parts to me that are a little bit inaccessible. So what do you guys think about doing a room tour? Do y'all want to walk around the room with me? Because of this extended webcam, I can actually walk all around the room. Let's just do it in a second here, though. Let me go back to my original setting here. Let's put you guys back. Here, okay. Very carefully move my microphone again. Okay. So it said, I have around 2,000 PS1 games, but it's on a pirate disc. Let's see here. Let me move my PlayStation 1 games up again. Okay. Room tour. Let's go on a room tour with you. Okay, cool. What part of the country? I'm in Texas. I've always lived in Texas. I'll always be in Texas. The best YouTuber. Do you have PlayStation Now? I do. I have PlayStation Now, and I also have, what is that called? Games Pass? I have Games Pass. I've had Game Pass forever. All right, we got 215 viewers. How's your day? My day's been pretty good. Been nice and chill. I'm renting this place. Me and, my roommate, I have a roommate now, and man, do I love it. Are you far from Wood? I think I'm like 30 minutes away from Wood. Me and it's funny, man. I'm still so blown away that what Wood from Beat 'em Ups has now passed 1 million subscribers. Like when I met Wood, Wood had I think 4,000 subscribers. So it's so crazy that he actually made it this. It's like the fact that a dude I know has over 1 million subscribers. Do you have insurance on your collection? No, I don't. I don't know how. I'll be honest, I'm really dumb. I don't really know exactly how insurance works. Here, let me look and make sure I didn't miss any other donations or anything. Oops. Okay, cool, cool. My ears are burning. Hey, beat 'em ups. How's it going there? See, look, I beat 'em ups in chat. So beat 'em ups, you were making fun of the quality. It's not as bad this time. Look at yeah, I have summoned the beat 'em ups by accident. Yeah, so I still need to get a better camera. That's the next thing. I actually have fiber optic, or what is it called? Google Fiber. I have Google Fiber now. So I have super, super fast internet, which is how this is actually streaming at 720p, 60 frames a second. The webcam is what's holding things back now. My webcam still kind of sucks. But once I upgrade the webcam, then things will be better. What's your holy grail of gaming? Kai, do you mean which of the games do I currently own as the holy grail, or which games do I want to own that are the holy grail? I own a lot of stuff that I think is super rare and cool. Honestly, the main thing in my collection that I love is this is my favorite item in the collection. This is the game that definitely means the most to me. Like if the house caught on fire, like the one item I would grab as I ran out is definitely my complete inbox original Final Fantasy. This is not sealed, but it is mint. I have this protective case on it, but it actually still includes all the original art. It has all the instruction manuals. It has everything in there. It is in pristine condition. It's actually heavy. Like what's crazy is that this game is like so packed with stuff because like Square Enix Square really wanted it to sell. So it's definitely cool. This place looks bigger. Yeah, this is bigger. So I'm in a house now. Here, let me actually beat him up. Said something. Where'd he go? Beat him up. Said so. There, insurance is easy. Go to Allstate or whatever you want and tell them you want renter's insurance. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I have that kind of insurance. I don't have like I don't know. I don't know if I have renter's insurance. I don't know. I think I have renter's insurance. I don't know if renter's insurance covers my collection. Oh, I dropped it. No, okay. So since this is a house now, I'm actually like in a full-blown house this time instead of a tiny little apartment. I've been able to set up some stuff that normally was in the closet, like this is my 100,000 subscriber play button, which I'm still super happy with. I have to turn it so it doesn't like reflect the light, but presented to Dreamcast Guy for passing 100,000 subscribers. Have you played the Infamous games? Yes, I've played all the Infamous games. I've played all. I've played Infamous 1, 2, 3. I played a lot of Second Son. Or I should say I played Infamous 1, 2, and Second Son. I've only played the DLC for the third one. I don't know if I want to hang this up. I kind of like it just sitting on the floor. I think it looks kind of cool just sitting there. And then one of the other things I decided to set in my background is when you pass 100,000 subscribers, YouTube actually mails you a letter. You can see that it's actually signed by Susan Wojcinski there at the bottom. And this meant so much to me, I decided to have it framed. And I don't really like... I think I'm going to hang it on one of these walls at some point, but I really wanted to like, frame it so I could have it like there and looking cool. You've done something that very few YouTube creators have accomplished. You have an astonishing 100,000 people subscribed to your channel. We know that numbers on YouTube can get really big, but we hope that you don't lose sight of the reality behind the 6-digit milestone. Each and every person has subscribed to your channel has been touched by what you created. They were inspired, challenged, and entertained. Dang. This still gets me, guys. This still... I mean, it's not 1 million subscribers like freaking Beat 'em Ups has, but you know what? I'm really happy with my... I'm getting close to 200,000 for sure. So, let me read chat here for a second. You should you should hang that PS5 up. Maybe, right? No, my plan is I'm keeping the my crappy PlayStation 5 until the actual PlayStation 5 comes out, and then I want to do a real size comparison. Yeah, I'll hang it up. I'll hang it up. So I can't. So I actually wanted to answer a specific question, something that people have been saying a lot, which is, can you use the video camera for the webcam? No, I can't. So this is a Canon G7X Mark II. This is actually what I make my YouTube channel videos with. It does have USB on the side here. This is one of those very, very rare cameras, though. It can't be a webcam. If I plug this in, it basically shuts down the camera. The follow-up version of this, the Mark III, that can actually go up to like being a camera. I'm going to have to buy... So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to keep using this for my videos, and I think I'm just going to buy a better webcam, because this webcam kind of sucks, obviously, like you can all see it, but this is good enough for my videos. This is not like the most expensive crazy camera in the world, but it can't be a webcam. So I'm just going to buy a better webcam, and I'll keep using this. That way I can do this the cheap way, you know? It looks like an ice cream cake. It does look like an ice cream cake. I would eat this ice cream cake. Come on, admit it. Look at this. This is the... Everybody look. This is the world's biggest, grossest looking ice cream sandwich. No, I'm not going to eat it. Oh, even touch my tongue was bad. Review Tech USA just bought a really good webcam for $40. Okay. Yeah. Bullcraft, if you know the webcam, Bullcraft, you I follow you on Twitter. DM me the webcam. What's your current console? I use everything. I own everything. Have you tried Persona 4 on Steam? No, I haven't. Okay, yeah. So I want to see, if people want to see the room, let's try and, I'm going to try and see if I can change the audio to the webcam real quick. Let's see here. Let's see here. Properties. There we go. Okay. Room tour? Everybody ready for the room tour? Okay. So I'm going to tap this for a second. We're going to tap the webcam to make sure the audio is coming through the webcam now. Yes. Okay, good. It's perfect. Okay. So now it is possible to walk around the room. This is the Dreamcast Guy room tour extraordinaire. Now, while I'm doing this, I can't read chat, so, you know, don't call me dumb. All right, so to start the room tour off, we have seen this gaming corner. This is the gaming corner. It's great. I like the gaming corner. I decided that I kind of wanted to have it be like a little set in the corner here. I'm going to turn my, I'm going to put chat over on this TV while I do this. There we go. Okay, cool. So now I can still read chat. I have chat to this. So this is my desk. I don't know if you guys have ever really seen my desk before. I use actually a workbench. This is like something that you would use if you were like doing metallurgy or something. Super basic. I like it though. It's super light. You can like lift it with one hand. I will tell my future kids where I was when this tour happened. Okay, so game corner. This is my idea was that I would film this direction most of the time. That's great. Empty wall. Front door. Front door is cool. I guess I could, okay, I got a little bit more of that pulled up here. He is dumb. I see you bullying me in chat there, Happy Console Gamer. Okay, so tiny desk, that's great. These boxes are actually empty, and I'm gonna keep these up. You can see what I do is like these, they're all totally empty. This is what I use to bring all my games here. I'm using these right now as echo breakers because my idea is that like in my opinion, this room is pretty big. Bigger rooms have more of a problem of acoustics. So my plan was that I put the empty boxes in this corner and the empty boxes in this corner so that when I sit right here and record, it doesn't have as much of like a bounce back. What I do whenever I'm recording is I put soundproofing on the wall next to my desk always, and then I put soundproofing on the ceiling above wherever my chair sits. So chair, bam, this is where I sit. This is when I'm like, what's up, gamers? Dreamcast guy here, and today we're talking about the PlayStation 5 for the 8 millionth time or whatever. Bass traps? Is that what they're called? Bass traps? Yes. Somebody in chat said that they're called bass traps. Happy 4th of July. Nice boxes. See here. We need to spawn an RGT to show up by. Okay, so green screen. I use the green screen right now mostly for my thumbnails. Anytime I'm on one of my thumbnails and I'm going like, it's because I sit right here. This is where I sleep. I don't have a bed, but look, I bought blankets. I bought a blanket yesterday. I was just sleeping on the floor wearing a coat. Now I actually have a blanket closet. Right now, I have discovered that the closet does not lock. If I shut it, it will just automatically come back open no matter what. I can't stop it. But that's okay. Okay, I'm pulling all my slack for the webcam. There we go. Cool. So I think this is as far as the webcam goes. I like my closet. In the closet, I've kind of just been storing the extra consoles for now, like PlayStation 3. I got my Atari 2600 way here up at the top, along with a spare microphone. Obviously, my Super Nintendo, NES. I've got some extra socks. Socks are fantastic. I'm trying to like aim the webcam as I talk. Here, I'm gonna go over and look at the chat real quick. America, fuck yeah. Turn the closet into the mini room. Yeah, so that's what I was going to say is one of the thoughts I'm having is, so you can see one of the things I've talked about, I own almost nothing. Like all I own is video games. Here, let me turn my closet light on. Which one is it? Okay. I own almost nothing. You can see I own like 7 shirts. I own 4 pairs of pants and I ripped one of them, so now I own 3 pairs of pants. This is it though. This is literally everything. This is the couple books I couldn't pack up or I couldn't unpack. I have like a book collection. So this is kind of where I'm storing the extra books, my couple pairs of clothes. I am kind of thinking about setting up some sort of like I'm thinking about setting up something in here to film. I think it'd be kind of nice to put up like I have a lot of gaming art and stuff. I'm kind of having the idea of maybe sitting down and like whenever I want to have like a super chill talk, like I think it would be real cool to just be able to like have the closet like here, you know, let's do a fake video for fun. Let's get my chair. Okay. There we go. Boom, perfect. Look at that. So I just think that this closet sounds cool. This closet is just like that nice amount of space. I'll tell you guys something funny that I wasn't going to mention. For the first couple days, I actually slept in here because I just thought that it was so nice and comfy. So you can see actually my blanket right here. So I'm kind of thinking about sometimes maybe setting up some extra posters on the walls. These suitcases are just full of console wires and stuff. So I thought it'd be kind of nice to have this as like a secondary filming spot. Maybe I will, maybe I'll bring down some of the art collection stuff. Maybe I'll put the play button in here. But I kind of like the idea of having like 2 separate spots. That way I can kind of break things up. If I want to do things in a different visual style, I do feel like the acoustics are also better in the closet, so I might film some of the more like important, crazy reviews. I might like film them in the closet as well. But that's cool. This is my tiny room. Here, let me pick you guys up. We'll go back over here to the computer so that I can read the chat. Aren't you married? No, I am not married. Where's your wife? Uh, yep. No, I am not married. I am totally single. Can I ask you, do you feel like there's a stigma for first-person shooter games or more Americans are chilled? I don't know. I do think that Americans definitely like crazier, action-packed games. If a game is too chill, I definitely think that sometimes Americans are like, "Oh my God, your panic room." Get a college compact dresser and put a twin drop down behind it. Maybe. Um, I don't know. I might. I don't know. I think I need to get a bed. That's something I don't normally care about bed. But um, I think that I might need a bed because, if you're dating and stuff, you don't exactly want to bring a girl back and be like, all right, there's the blankets. All right, time to bang you on the blankets. All right, let me move things back around here. Let's put that right there. I gotta get this keyboard and move this back over here. I would recommend a bed. Okay. Now we're going to move back over to the good microphone again. Let's see here. Audio input, properties. There we go. Test. Okay, does that all look and sound correct? Is everybody good? Get this cord out of my way. I have all these cords zigzagging on the floor still because I just set things up. Air mattress. So yeah, I slept on an air mattress years ago and I did accidentally pop it. How about a couch? I might need a couch. So I'm thinking about getting like some sort of like Japanese mattress. But I don't know anything about them. I think the idea though of like a Japanese napping mat, I like the idea of having that as like my permanent bed because, I mean, I don't know. I'm nobody. I don't know. I don't want a big bed. I've never liked big beds. I don't know. I like something is nice about like the primalness of just like laying down on the bed, you know? Have you ever seen a girl's apartment? It looks like a bomb hit it. What? You sleep on the ground? Yes, I sleep on the ground. I like sleeping on the ground though. Like the only reason that I'm going to get a bed is because I feel like if you're dating people, you can't date people and sleep on the ground. So that's the only. If I could, I would sleep on the ground for the rest of my life. Try a futon. I have a Casper bed. It's cheap and really nice. Make or buy a bed, yeah. Some anime girls. Yeah, a lot of people are saying futon. I might get a futon. If I get a futon, I really want it to be the kind of futon that like sits on the floor. I don't know. I really want whatever I sleep on. I want it to be as basic as possible. Floor gang, yeah. Sleeping on the floor is surprisingly nice. I think it's funny that so many people are like against sleeping on the floor. Can you increase the sharpness on your webcam? I don't know. Let's see. Video capture device. Properties. Color space, color range, buffering, auto detect. Flip vertically. Let's click that for fun. Oh my god. Okay, we're going to undo that. Let's see here. Resolution, frames per second, video format, color space. I don't know what any of this stuff does. color range. That looks kind of cool. Okay, cool. I have sharpened my color range. I sleep on the floor. It's really comfortable. Yeah. Sleeping on the floor is better for your back. Yeah, I can't mess with the resolution. While I'm streaming, I can't mess with the resolution. Because if I mess with the resolution, it stops the stream and restarts it. Do the rest of the stream flipped vertically? Should I get a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox? I think you're going to win both ways. Did you get a review copy of Ghost of Tsushima? No, not yet. Right click on the filters? Then I didn't see that option. Right click on filters. Let's see here. Filters. No filters applied. Oh god, these are super complicated. What is this? A grain filter? Increase grain? I don't even see what's happening. Oh god, let me undo this. I'm messing with my camera while I'm on. Okay, no, undo filters. Subtract filter. Okay, no filters applied. There we go. I'm a little... Look, let's face it, guys. I'm ugly as fuck. I look weird. I have scars all over my fucking face. I have scars all over my body and shit. Like, nobody cares the fucking resolution of the camera. I mean, look at me. Like, I don't think anybody here is watching because of how attractive I am. If this webcam looks like crap, like, at least you can hear my voice, right? My voice is clear. Like, who cares? Like... You don't want me to look more clear. Trust me on that. The more clear I get, the worse I look. So I'm going to review Ghost of Tsushima. I'm going to review Ghost of Tsushima. I'm really excited to review Ghost of Tsushima, but I don't have my copy yet. So what I'm going to do is, my plan is, I usually have these people that will sell me an early copy a lot of times. There are people that will, like, you know, kind of secretly give me a street day copy. So I'm definitely going to have it ready before launch. That's what I had to do with The Last of Us. Is with The Last of Us, I had a guy that approached me and said, like, I'll give you Last of Us early. Just buy it and pay for shipping. So I got Last of Us, like, 3 days early. And that's how I was able to have a review up the day it came out. I'm going to do the same thing with Ghost of Tsushima, which is just buy a copy. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima looks good. I'm going to tell you guys something. Don't repeat this. I've heard some bad stuff about Ghost of Tsushima. I've been talking to people that are playing Ghost of Tsushima. Some of them don't like it. So I want to review it myself now. Because now that I've heard some bad things about it from people that are playing it right now, I really want to play it. Nero Trigger says, oh my god, Dreamcast guy, you're a big fan. Oh my god, you're live, big fan. Well, thank you so much there for watching, Nero. You're a solid, nice guy. We're here because you don't encourage hate. Yeah. So the thing I've heard about Ghosts is that it's kind of just like, the word I've heard, I've talked to some people, heard some people refer to Ghost as boring. So that's why I want to play it. I want to play it for myself because sometimes there's games that like other people hate and then I end up loving, and there's games that everybody loves and I end up hating. Like obviously I didn't really care for The Last of Us. Everybody else loves it. So you leave my Ghost of Tsushima alone. Yeah, I hope it's really, really good. I like samurai games. I like ninja games. I think the trailers look good. They've shown us a lot of gameplay. Don't let it go to your head. Yeah, dude. It's easy to be humble. I am nobody. I thought Ghost of Tsushima looked like a mashup of Assassin's Creed and Sekiro. I think we're going to see. If I wanted to donate games or accessories, would you accept it? I don't have a P.O. box. I have no way of receiving mail. So I appreciate it. Like the super chats are used to buy better equipment. The super chats and the donations, the Streamlab donations, those buy games for me to review and stuff. But right now, I am not accepting any games or game consoles. Hey, thank you so much there for subscribing, Nero. Do you think that Last of Us is going to get Game of the Year? Yeah, I do think that. I think that Last of Us is going to win a lot of Game of the Year awards. I mean, personally, I'm not going to give it, but I just Last of Us has so many problems to me. You know. Hey man, how'd the move go? The move went really, really good. I'm happy with how the move went for sure. It was stressful. I had to film a bunch of videos like ahead of time and then edit them as I was packing up the entire office and then move in like a day. So on Sunday, I moved in like one day on Sunday. I just grabbed everything. But I mean, you saw, I don't own a lot, so it's not like moving took a bunch of hours. It was just a matter of like just doing it, you know. My dad had like a big trailer. My dad is very nice. My dad basically said, I'm afraid of Corona, so I'm not going to help you move the boxes, but I'll show up in a truck and drive it back and forth for you. So my dad showed up because I don't own a car, and I loaded it all up with my games, and he drove them here, and then I unloaded all the games. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake is Final Fantasy VII Remake right now is my favorite game of the year. The thing is that we haven't I think that this year is unique because to me personally, we haven't had any 10 out of 10 games yet. Like in my opinion, we've had some fantastic games. We've had some special games. We've had some games that were really, really, really good. But in my opinion, we have yet to get a 10 out of 10 game, which is crazy because it's July. So we'll see what ends up happening at the end of the year for sure. Let me see here. So we've been streaming for 42 minutes. Hello to the 350 people that are watching. Try moving an amiibo collection. Yeah, I'm glad I don't. I own like 4 amiibos. You can see I have like Waluigi. That's about it. Yeah, I think that Cyberpunk is probably going to be one. I think that Cyberpunk is probably going to win a lot. Do you still collect for the OG Xbox? I have everything I want for the OG Xbox. I have I think 94 games for the original Xbox. Now that I have 94 games, like I have everything I could possibly want for the original Xbox. I got Beyond Good and Evil. I've got all the Halos. I've got, I actually have some of the rare stuff like the Halo DLC discs, the map packs for Halo 2. I've gotten that. I have all the versions of Fable for the original Xbox. I've got, the few RPGs that were released for it. So yeah, my original Xbox collection is very complete. I would say that my GameCube collection is complete as well. The last GameCube game I really want is I still don't have Mario Party 6. I really wanted Mario Party 6, but I haven't found it yet. My thing is that I like to track stuff down. How much is the PS5 going to be? Or do you know? I've heard a lot of rumors about the PlayStation 5's price. So people are asking me to take my hat off. All right, I'm taking my hat off. No, I'm not going to take my hat off. Jake Randall just super chatted $5 and said, "You're right. Kindness and positivity is most important, and you spread that in the world just like the YouTube letter says. But also, you're not ugly." All right, if somebody super chatted and said I'm not ugly, I feel ugly. I was called ugly my entire life. Like my whole life, directly to my face, people have called me ugly my entire life. I've been called freak. I've had people ask if I'm a burn victim because of the scars. I've had people ask if I'm recovering from cancer. Like, because people have called me ugly so much my entire life, I'm at that point now where I don't even care. I'll actually go one step further. two separate times in my life, I've had strangers walk up to me in public and ask what is wrong with my face. Strangers in public have walked up and asked what is wrong with my face. I don't even care. Like, I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. I like video games. I don't give a crap. Zuljin, by the way, Zuljin, always a big supporter of the channel. I've been seeing you forever, Zuljin. I appreciate the support. He just super chatted $10 and said, Cyberpunk is bigger than just a game. It's a symbol of pro-consumer practices and how if you treat fans well, they'll treat you well back. CD Projekt Red is the best dev and publisher ever in gaming. Yeah. Bro, you don't even look that bad. Here, I'm grabbing. I have a Red Bull behind the monitor. Let me grab my Red Bull. Let's set this water right here. You look like a normal guy. Yeah, I feel like a normal guy. I never thought I was ugly until people said it to me all the time. What's up, dude? Do you have any tips for video game collecting? Yeah, so I think that the biggest tip to video game collecting is buy cheap. Some of the biggest tips is when it comes to video game collecting, make a list of what you want. I always say start out with like 50 games that you absolutely want and search for them until you can find it as cheap as absolutely possible. If you wait long enough, you will find a game for dirt cheap. I have gotten so many of my games, extremely rare, extremely expensive games, I have managed to find for like $5 if you wait long enough. So always, if you're collecting, start with a list in your head and try and find that. Now, a more advanced trick, and this is something if you really want to dedicate your time to collecting, is buy games in bulk. If you actually go online, you can find people who will sell like here's 50 Dreamcast games. If you read the list, sometimes you'll find really, really rare games. So you buy the big box of them, and then like once you have that big box of games, you're able to like trade them and stuff like that. It takes a lot more time, but that's the biggest and easiest way to like find games for cheap. Hold on. I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit behind. Let me read. I missed a couple super chats here. Ian Charles just super chatted $5 Canadian and said, as someone who had a horrific acne in high school, I feel that I'm more scarred than my neighbor who actually melted his face in a fire. I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. Dang, dude, that is bad. Yeah, mine is just, mine's a little bit of acne scarring and some of it's just, other bad stuff. Like I had this big car accident scar that goes down the side of my face. It used to go from my eye all the way down. Luckily, it doesn't show up very much on camera. Now we have Zuljin. Jake Randall just super chatted $2 and said, type stud alert in chat. Boo, that's a bad comment, Jake. And then Zuljin just super chatted another $10 and said, CD Projekt Red have gone above and beyond for gamers with GOG Galaxy, how they make their games timeless and don't finish them later, and how they don't cave to losers on social media. I've pre-ordered the game 6 times. Yeah, Zuljin is Zuljin is very right. CD Projekt Red is definitely the most consumer conscious. Like, CD Projekt Red realizes that if you make a game perfect, like if you make the game as good as you possibly can, it will sell and sell and sell and sell and sell. And since they own their own store with GOG, they can get 100% of the profit. They don't have to pay Steam. They don't have to pay anybody. Captain Ahab says, super chatted $10 and said, you're too modest. You're perfect in every way. So I had to throw away the pants that I ripped. I now only own 3 pairs of pants. I own 3 pairs of pants. I own some pajamas. I'll show you. This is something one of my last girlfriends gave me. I hate Harry Potter. I read all the Harry Potter books a million years ago, and I just don't even give a crap about them. So as like a weird gift, she decided to give me Gryffindor pants. Like, I don't give a crap about Harry Potter. Why would I want this? Like, why? What am I going to do with it? So I've had these pants. I don't think I've ever worn them. I think I wore them once to be like, look, here you go, honey. It's Harry Potter penis. And I'm just not. Game Awards should have a Best Game Reviewer award. Aw, man, y'all are nice. You get the... I love... So, unsubscribe. So my thing is, I just don't care about Harry Potter. Like, Harry Potter was fun when I was growing up. I like the Harry Potter movies. But I'm just... Like, the older I get, the more I feel like the Harry Potter lore is so paper thin. Like, that was my thing, is like... You know, I don't know. I just... Ravenclaw clan. Oh, God. If it's from your girlfriend, I wear them. Yeah, yeah. See, that's why I don't have a girlfriend, is because I guess I ripped a... Tiburcio, this is actually a real life friend of mine, said, "Careful, Chief. I hate Harry Potter" are fighting words to a lot of people. Yeah, thank you to the new member. The new member here is Labyrinth Maze. Labyrinth Maze, I'm going to be making some icons. I'm going to try and do it this next week. Is that you should be able to put like emojis now, right? I don't know how this works. Let's see here. People. YouTube. Yeah, I got to make emojis. Oh, go back to the keyboard. There we go. Harry Potter is plagiarized by the movie Troll. Was it really? Thanks for responding to my message on Facebook. Yeah, man, no problem. I don't have a P.O. box anymore. I used to have a P.O. box. I had a P.O. box for about a year. The problem is that... there we go. Yeah, Labyrinth Maze. You can use special emojis. No, I am not married. I've never been married. I was engaged at one point. But, like... hold on a second. I'm like losing my train. Have you read the Night Angel trilogy? Yes, the Night Angel trilogy by Brent Weeks. I've read that. Let's see here. Thanks for interacting. Hope you start streaming more. Yes, I do want to start doing it. Sorry, P.O. Box. Somebody was asking me about the P.O. Box. Since I kept moving, I've moved a couple times now. Like I move every 2 or 3 years. If you guys have been watching the channel for a long time, I usually move like every 2 years. I move every 2 years. It's just kind of a habit of mine. Every time I moved, like keeping a P.O. box is difficult because the P.O. box, you have to have like a valid address in that town is what my understanding of P.O. boxes was. So, you know, that's the thing. So, it made it where like when I moved, I had to just like close the P.O. box, and I might open up another one. Where's your kitchen? My kitchen is right below me. Why are you spamming where is your kitchen? I'm going to time you out. You should not be spamming where is your kitchen. What a weird thing to spam. That guy's got like a kitchen fetish. How much rent do you pay? My rent is cheap. All rent in Texas is cheap in my opinion. And I also have a... I'm very glad that I have a roommate. So having somebody to split the bills with definitely makes things a lot easier. Can I Ziljin just super chatted $5 and said, "Can I pre-order Cyberpunk 2077 for you? I want to give CD Projekt Red as much money as possible to support them being so pro-consumer." I appreciate it, Ziljin. You don't have to. I actually have some connections in CD Projekt Red already. I'm probably going to get Cyberpunk early and for free. So I appreciate it, dude. I'm probably going to purchase a copy of it as well, just to support it. But yeah, I don't. You don't have to pre-order. Don't like super chatting's fine. Like I'll tell you what, Zilchin. I'm gonna use that super chat money you just sent me. I'm gonna pre-order a copy at like Target or something. I'll pre-order a copy with that money right there. A meet and greet win. I do want to. So I've thought about it when everything like chills out, when Corona either dies out or we have a vaccine or things like chill quite a bit. Um, I really want to do a meet and greet. I want to do a big meet and greet, and I want to do something like at a convention. I want to do something here in Texas where like I want to do something. I would love. So here's the idea I have. I like the idea of sitting down and eating with people. Like something feels so like important in my mind to sitting down and having a meal with people. You know, like there's something so like ancient about sitting at the table and like enjoying people, you know, like sharing ideas, talking about the stuff you like. So one of the things I really want to do is like when Corona dies off, I want to do something where we like all meet at like some sort of convention in the food area, like in the food court, and we all sit down and eat together. And just everybody sits down for like 2 hours and everybody just like eats and talks and like, you know, shares stories. Like I want to do that. I want to do something that's more than just like, I don't want to just sign autographs or take selfies. I want to like know you guys. Azralyn. Hey, Azralyn. Yeah, Azralyn's my friend of mine. She streams over on Twitch. She says PAX South. Yeah, maybe I'll do PAX South. I never married anybody. People asking about me being married. I've never been married. I was engaged for a bit. I am no longer engaged. Good tips for collecting. I'm collecting PlayStation Vita. They're cheap, but they're starting to pop up in price. I have some PSV. You have, oh my gosh, Don Gaming in chat says that he has 113 PlayStation Vita games. I think I have like 77. Um, I have like 77 PSP games, I think, but I don't have that many PlayStation Vita games. I have a lot of like digital PS Vita games, but I only have like 3 physical PS Vita games. Don't waste your money on marriage. Well, since you're a member, I have to listen to your advice, Labyrinth. Console Gamer 97 just super chatted $5 and says, gonna ask this same question on the Spawncast, but I'll go ahead and ask you now. How old does a console have to be considered retro? In my opinion, 20 years. I think 20 years is the magic number now. So I think that the Dreamcast is retro. I think the PlayStation 2 is retro. I think that the PlayStation 3 is just like, PlayStation 3 is in the in-between point. I do PAX East every year in Boston with my husband. If you ever go there, dinner's on me. All right, Azralyn. So, Azralyn, funny, Azralyn, she streams like all sorts of cool games over on Twitch. She's doing a Dark Souls playthrough right now. She does a lot of like Dead by Daylight. I actually met her in World of Warcraft. Like, totally randomly, I just joined a random guild in World of Warcraft. We were, like, doing dungeons and stuff, and she was like, all right, I gotta go stream. And I was like, what? You're a streamer? So I like to try and support other content creators. So, definitely, if you're into watching streams, over on Twitch, Azralyn. How's the weather in Texas? Great weather in Texas. My roommate likes to keep it really cold in the house. So even on these hot summer days, it feels really nice in here. Soul Calibur Broken Destiny for PSP. I think I have that. Stefan says, I just wanted to say thank you. You've had such a positive impact on my life. Well, thank you, Stefan. Like, I really appreciate that. let's see the kitchen. Everybody stop talking about kitchens. So my roommate is currently on a date in the house, and they're downstairs hanging out near the kitchen. I'm not taking the camera down into the kitchen. I am not gonna barge into some people's date and fucking have a camera. So we're not going to the kitchen. Everybody stop saying kitchen. Where were you living before? I was living in a different part of Dallas. Your comfort food. Uh, Tanacon? What's the size of your kitchen? This troll chat. Hey, Biohazard Declassified. Thank you for the super chat, $5 from Biohazard Declassified. So, Biohazard Declassified, if you are a Resident Evil fan, you should absolutely be going to Biohazard Declassified every freaking day like I am. A lot of the major leaks that are coming out about Resident Evil 8 right now, about the Resident Evil 4 remake, Biohazard Declassified, that's kind of their thing, is Resident Evil leaks. So, props to them. Thank you for the support, Biohazard Declassified. That's actually super cool. I've talked to them via email. They're incredibly cool people. I appreciate the super chat, man. All right. I don't know if we were going to talk about this. My roommate is also... Does your roommate know that you're living with a YouTube celebrity? My roommate has more subscribers than I do. So, my roommate is the YouTube celebrity. I'm nobody. What's the girth of your kitchen? What's the girth of your kitchen? Terrace Williams in chat. What is the girth of your kitchen? I'm not timing you out, but I'm looking at you, bro. I'm looking at you. Dude, you live in your parents' house? No, I couldn't live with my parents. I moved out with my parents' house. I've been living on my own now for 16 years, or I've been away from my parents now for 16 years. There is no roommate. Do you collect any action figures? No, I don't really. I don't really. I have a couple. Action figures, but I don't really like. Action figures to me are not like cool. Like, or they're cool, but like. El Comanche in chat, he's one of the moderators. He's actually one of my first moderators. Says, stop talking about the kitchen or I'll start timing out. Let's see here. Yeah, right? What happened to the year of Sonic? What is the density of the kitchen floor? Jesus Christ, look at all these. Let me ban this person real quick. Let's see here. There we go. Biohazard Declassified in chat says, thanks for the shout out. Though we would like to say that we do more than just leaks. We try to keep the community updated with anything going on in Resident Evil. Yeah. Biohazard Declassified, it's funny whenever like Biohazard Declassified is just like, I don't know. I love websites like that. I love focused gaming websites. Like a website that's just like a particular topic that they're the experts at. Let's see here. Keep living the life. Keep things simple. At least you can fit in your clothes. I haven't had a... Oh, God. I'm sorry, Lou. That's bad. Let's see here. Resident Evil is amazing. Yeah, Resident Evil is my absolute favorite. Are you going to live stream Yakuza 7? Anthony, actually, I should totally do that. I'm definitely going to stream Yakuza 7. What is it? Way of the Dragon? I'm totally spacing out. Like a Dragon? Console Gamer 97 just super chatted $10 and said one of two. Really, I've heard the other 10-year mindset of... Oh, okay. This is on the topic of retro gaming, like where retro gaming begins. I've heard the 10-year mindset or 2 gens old. So when the PlayStation 5 and Series X come out, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 will be retro. I'm playing the first Last of Us, and I gotta say the story is really good. Yeah. So my thing is that like, oh God. Did I break the audio? Is everything still working? Let me look at that. Testing? Yeah, okay, good. Whoops. Yes, this is live there, Serene. The reason I consider, I guess my thing is that, like, I think about retro gaming as, like, I consider retro gaming in my mind is like sub HD right now. To me, retro gaming is the stuff that like is hard to even work. Hardcore retro gaming is basically like freaking like it's stuff that needs adapters. You know, that's my thing is that in my opinion, retro gaming is when it's no longer easy. So like this is the main thing I wanted to set up in my game room is I put all my micro consoles. And my thought is like this is what I consider retro gaming is these kind of things because like the hardware and the software becomes hard to find because so much of it has aged out of existence. That is what I consider retro gaming is like when it gets so old that it's hard to find. You can still find Xbox 360 games and PlayStation 3 games occasionally just at GameStop and stuff. So to me, that's not retro. All right, Terrence, I'm going to read this super chat. I'm making it a deal. I'll read any super chat you guys send. Any super chat, I'll read it as long as it's not terrible words. But I'm going to read it all slow and sensual. So this is for you, Terrence. You ready for this? You earned this, bro, with your $2 super chat. What is the girth of your kitchen? LOL. There you go. That's for you. It's extremely hard for me to go back to Crystal Chronicles on a flat CRT. You don't realize how low that resolution was. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Keep living that single life. Yeah. I don't know if I'm ever gonna... I think I'm never gonna get married. I think all that marriage and kids, all that stuff's kind of off the table for me. He couldn't even type it correctly. What do you think about the Angry Joe show? It's not mainstream content. I like Angry Joe a lot. Angry Joe content is good. I like Angry Joe's game reviews. I don't really watch his. I don't really watch his movie reviews very much. Top 10 Thursday. What is the girth of your kitchen? Top 10 girths. Inch number 1. Oh, okay, I'm done. Sorry. Let's see here. Do you believe in the Illuminati? No. Do you have any of the Fire Emblem games for Game Boy Advance? Yes. I have all of the English, everything that's in English for Fire Emblem I have. The only game I don't have, I guess the one I have, what is the remake of the original Echoes of Fate or whatever? I don't have Echoes of Fate or whatever that was called. Angry Joe is a great reviewer, but his gameplay sucks. Yeah, he's playing Mad Max on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Is it just me or are the controls really laggy and sloppy? There's like a delay. If you're playing Mad Max on the PlayStation 4, I think that the game is actually good. I really like the car combat. I think a lot of it's really like nice to beat people up. I think that it has like kind of an Arkham Asylum-y feel to it. But yeah, I don't think that there is a crispness to the interacts. Like the fact that you have to like hold to pick items up and stuff. I don't know. There's definitely like a delay. Like sometimes you can feel a game that's like from 5 years ago and you can tell that it's from 5 years ago. Yeah, everybody keeps asking about my roommate. My roommate is a big YouTuber, but he does not do gaming content. Ziljin just super chatted another $5 and says, you see, I used to be single, but then I met a girl who is even more hardcore PC master gamer than I, who builds PCs for fun. Yeah, that's what I want. If I find some sort of like gamer girl, I don't know, you know, like, I'm seeing a girl right now who's kind of chill. We're hanging out and stuff. I'm never going to get married or anything, though, so. You're going to be hitting 200K in no time, Dreamcast guy. Yeah. I'm really, really excited. 200K is really, I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm super, super, super excited for 200K. Something about, like, 200,000 subscribers is, like, 20% to a million. And that seems enormous. Would you play a Fallout 3 or New Vegas remaster? Yes. Yes, I would. How do you find time to play older games when there's always new releases that you have to beat for review? Dude, I just game a lot. I game all day, every day. I literally wake up and I play games all day, and then I play games all day, and then at night I play games all day. And so like I'm just think about the fact there is 167 hours in a week. There's almost 200 hours of time in a week. Imagine if you sleep 6 hours a night on the floor. You get a lot of spare time to just beat a lot of these games. Like most games are like 10 hours. You know, like most games are 10 hours. It's really easy to just... So I'm really, really good now about just crushing games out. I'm really good about... I play some MMORPG still. I have time to play and beat games. I'm constantly doing indie games. Like right now, I actually just got Catherine Full Body Edition on Nintendo Switch. I'm playing that right now, and I'm probably not going to make a video on it, but I'm also about to start doing a run of Persona 5 Royale. I'm still playing World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 14. Like, I'm playing so much. Like, the thing is that I just game a lot. Because, like, when I hang out with people, they come over to my house. I can just constantly be playing games. You know, it's really easy. What are you playing right now? I'm playing a lot of stuff. Right now, I'm playing per Catherine. Do you ever get burnt out? No. It's easy not to get burnt out. For me, like, every day is so fun. Like, I feel like sometimes people don't believe me. Every freaking day is so fun. Like, every day I wake up and I'm looking at Twitter. Is there any crazy gaming news? I'm talking to game developers to try and get review copies. I'm planning out the next couple topics. I'm photoshopping a thumbnail. I'm filming another like rant video. I'm beating a big giant game that I'm super excited for. Or I'm actually trying to install some like DLC to see like an extra chapter of something. Or I'm going on podcasts and I'm talking about games. Like every day is so exciting. Like every second of every day is just so full of fun. It's anytime people talk about this stuff, I will never get burnt out. Like I could do this for years and years and years and years and years and years, and it just gets more fun. Like it's crazy to me. Like honestly, as long as people are watching, I'm gonna do this forever. I'm going to be 50 years old, getting like 20 viewers, and I'm going to like roll up in my wheelchair. My tears don't go. What's up, gamers? Dreamcast Guy here, and this is Top 10 Thursday. Today we're going to be diving deep onto what exactly makes the retro games of the PlayStation 4 such a gaming masterpiece. Now, do me a favor, smash that like button, and let's get into number 10. Like, I'm going to be doing that forever. Pedro just super chatted $5 and said, dude, first of all, you're an inspiration for a lot of new YouTubers. Would you be willing to help others? Paid, of course, on how to be successful. I don't want to be paid for advice, but if you email me, I try and like email responses to like some general advice. It is hard to like help everybody though. Jake Randall says $2. Smash that like button and keep dreaming. That's 60, not 50. He becomes more Irish as he ages. Good day, laddies. I'm going over into the Irishman. Yeah, right. I'm acting like 50. Like I feel like as soon as I become 50, I'll be an old man. Right? Yeah, 50 is like 16 years ago. Or 50 is 16 years from now. I just bought my PSP, any must-have games. Yeah, there's a lot of really good... honestly, there's so much stuff I really, really do like. Yeah, Crisis Core on PSP is fantastic. The Final Fantasy VII... Final Fantasy Tactics, Crisis Core. There's a version of Final Fantasy IV that's on PSP that has totally good hand-drawn art in it. There's so much good stuff. I like the remakes they did for the Star Ocean games. There's so many RPGs. I honestly, my favorite thing and it does kind of hurt your hands, is definitely like, I really love the Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker is my favorite MGS game, and it's also like my very favorite PSP game. Dreamcast guy, is this what you do for income, or do you have another job? I live paycheck to paycheck at a warehouse and it sucks. I want to be a YouTuber. Okay, so Glenn Harris, I want to give you some serious advice here, dude. I want to give you some serious advice to anybody in chat. One of the things I hear a lot is like, all right, I want to get started on YouTube. Like, how do I make this full time? The biggest tip, like two giant tips that nobody considers: find a way to make your videos as cheap as possible. Like, here's something some people know. I filmed my videos with a cell phone until I was at 100,000 subscribers. Until I was at 100,000 subscribers, wait, it wasn't even a cell phone. I used an iPod Touch. What I would do is I'd set my microphone up, and then I'd press record on the iPod Touch, and I'd press record on the microphone, and I'd clap sync so I could line it up in the editing program. I used a bootleg editing program for a while. Like, I find a way to make your videos as cheap as possible. That way, everything is profit. If you manage to do it on like a crappy laptop and like do good content, I used to write a lot of my scripts. I used to write literally on napkins on my lunch break. Like, find a way to make your videos cheap. That's part A. Now, part B, and here's what a lot of people screw up: find a way to live as cheap as possible. When I started on YouTube, I have no car. I live with a roommate to save money. When I started at YouTube, I had 3 roommates. I rode my bike to work, so I didn't even have bus fees. I paid like $400 a month for rent. So in order to quit YouTube, like to quit my job and go to YouTube, I didn't need to earn that much. You know, I made it where like I got it so that you could just live as cheap as humanly possible. That way I could become a YouTuber faster because I had no bills. You know, like once it makes it where all you're doing is paying rent and internet and you're not really upgrading your computer, yeah, eat some beans, don't go out to eat. Like, if you manage to live as cheap as possible, you can become a full-time YouTuber a lot faster. Justin Maverick just super chatted $5 and said, I'm currently playing through the first 3 Tomb Raider games on original PlayStation 1 hardware, but it looks like poo-poo on my HD TV. Any suggestions? So the main thing I could tell you for sure, Justin Maverick, is if you're playing on PlayStation is, let me show you something. So the best suggestion, honestly, Justin, well, I just knocked over a bunch of PlayStation games. So the best suggestion, Justin, is to make it where play it on a PlayStation 3. If you have a PlayStation 3, you can actually see inside my PlayStation 3 is a PlayStation 1 game. This is the super rare Diablo, because I was recording original Diablo PlayStation 1 footage. This automatically outputs at HDMI, and it actually cleans it up a decent amount. It's still going to look kind of like garbage, but it'll look less like garbage. Oh, I totally knocked over a bunch of... Oh, God. I'll pick this up later. Eat some beans. Exactly. Eat some beans is the number one suggestion. I'd give that suggestion to everybody. That thing looks like alien technology. We need a Dreamcast guy cooking channel. Bro, I cannot cook at all. My cooking channel will be so fucking awful. You should do a top 10 hardest trophies and achievements to unlock. I did that video, but I did it a bunch of years ago. What do you think of game developers raising prices to compete with rising costs? I don't love the idea of it. So my thing is that, like, I feel like these companies are making excuses to raise the price of games. They're making excuses to raise the price of games. And let me preface that by saying, like, these games being $70, this had to happen. Like, games had to be $70. They had to be. Like, prices are going up, things are going up, things are more expensive, graphics engines are more complicated, the physics are harder, it takes longer to make a game. So, of course, $70 games make sense. The problem is, they're not going to stop. I guarantee you, they're going to straight up still have microtransactions, loot crates. They're going to try and push you into super crappy season passes. And the games are going to cost $70. And you know what? I'll even actually just make a prediction. I bet next generation, we're going to see even more of those ridiculous, like, special editions that suck. I bet there's going to be a lot more stuff that's like, hey, come and buy this, like, super, like, cool, giant, cool thing. And it's going to be like a $200 special edition. I feel like they're going to try that even more to try and get extra money out of you. Holy the Alamo, or what is that? Holy the Lamo super chatted $2 and said, any cheap Dreamcast must-haves. A game that's really cheap, I think is super, super good, is I really like Record of the Lotus War. I really think that Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are good. Choo Choo Rocket is fantastic. One that nobody talks about. If I could give you what I consider to be a little bit of a hidden gem on the Dreamcast that gets really cheap, Tokyo Extreme Racer. Tokyo Extreme Racer is this game where the whole game is basically a highway, and you drive in big circles and you find other racers and you challenge them on the track by flashing your lights, and then you race to try and be like the first person ahead for a minute. And so it becomes this interesting like tug of war of trying to stay ahead and cutting them off, and you're actually weaving through traffic. And it looks so good. Honestly, Tokyo Extreme Racer is so freaking fun. I have an actual Dreamcast steering wheel, so I used to like to set up and play Tokyo Extreme Racer and actually shift the gears and stuff. Super good. Oh, God. Super serious question in chat. Big question. Tifa or Aerith? In the original game, in the original Final Fantasy VII, I definitely got to say Tifa. Tifa was hotter. She had some badonkadonk boobies. I mean, she was killing it. But in the new game, I definitely like Aerith more. Aerith is funnier. She's more charming. She has more impact. I definitely think that in the original one, I think that like Aerith is better in the remake. Have you played the Dark Cloud games? Yes, I have played the Dark Cloud games. I've played Dark Cloud 1 and 2. I think I've only beaten Dark Cloud 1. I don't know if I've beaten Dark Cloud 2. Dreamcast guy, what do you think of Phantasy Star Online on the GameCube? I love it. I like it a lot. Phantasy Star on the GameCube is good. My only problem is that like save files are weird if you're playing split screen co-op. But I do have it. I have it right here. Here, I'll grab it for fun. Oh, let's see here. Phantasy Star. What did I do with it? Where the hell is it? There we go. Here we got Phantasy Star 1 and 2, fantastic game, and it had split screen co-op. I think this is still the only version that ever got split screen co-op, and then the game that everybody pretends doesn't exist, which is Phantasy Star 3 Card Revolution, where you actually played cards and summoned monsters. This game is dog poop. Like, this game is a dumpster fire. Are those Japanese Dreamcast games? So the Tokyo Extreme Racer is in English. You can also buy it in Japanese. I like that. I mean, Tokyo Extreme Racer doesn't have a lot of dialogue, so you could play it in Japanese and you wouldn't miss anything. That game doesn't exist. Phantasy Star for the PSP? Yes, I do have Phantasy Star for the PSP. Is this shelf going to be within arm's reach of the Spawncast? I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out how to set things up. We just got 2 new super chats. 3 new super chats. Let me read these. Pedro just said, thanks, bro. I'll send an email to talk about the channel. Also, another big question is, How do you make it to the Spawncast? How do you guys choose who to collab with? We just kind of choose whoever we're friends with. Like a lot of times, I'll talk to somebody or I'll see a video. Like we don't have like an official system. Like a couple weeks ago on the Spawncast, we had Floor Hugger. Floor Hugger has like 200 subscribers, but I talked to her and she's extremely good on the mic, so we brought her on. Like if you are comfortable on camera and we think that you make good content, like the thing is that there's not like a set guidelines. There's no like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to read all these super chats. Thank you everybody for all these donations. Holy hell. I think that like there's no real process. We just kind of pick whoever we want to pick. Man, I cannot thank y'all enough for all these super chats, by the way. Hold on. Michael Vertres just super chatted $5 and said, are you more excited for the Resident Evil 4 remake or Resident Evil Village? I'm definitely more excited for Resident Evil Village right now. Part of this is because the Resident Evil 4 remake is years and years away. We're probably not even going to see a teaser trailer for the Resident Evil 4 remake until freaking 2021 at the earliest. The Resident Evil, I think Resident Evil 8 Village, it looks like it's really trying to bring things back to the roots of Frights. I like that they're coming up with like new monsters. I like that they're coming up with like new origins, a new location. I think Resident Evil 8 Village kind of reminds me of the good parts of Resident Evil 4, like the best parts of Resident Evil 4, of like being isolated. It's not good to hold your sneezes in. I know that I broke my nose a long time ago, so sneezing is actually physically painful. Like when I scrunch up my nose, you can see these like lines on my nose. That's the bones that pop up. See, so whenever I sneeze, these bones poke out of my face and they hurt really bad. So I have the habit of like holding my sneezes. So next super chat is here. Danny Zimmerman super chatted $2 and said top turn-based RPGs to play today, classics or new. Off the top of my head, I definitely think that absolutely everybody who's getting into turn-based RPGs right now, Persona 5, Persona 4, Final Fantasy X, absolutely Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy VII. There's so many absolutely great freaking RPGs. Like right now is definitely the time. And if you want something that's a little bit more complicated but still extremely good, definitely check out the Star Ocean games. You can get Star Ocean till the end of time. The PlayStation 2 game, they upscaled it and did like a remake sort of ish thing for the PlayStation 4. It runs so freaking good. And then also great stuff of like there's so many good ones. Definitely Grandia. I love Grandia. Whoops, I bumped my thing. How did you break your nose? I fell. Wizards and Warriors just super chatted $5 and said, I legit woke up right now from a nap and I'm in a live Dreamcast guy video on my phone. Hi. I don't know what happened. Well, thank you, Wizards and Warriors, for the super chat, and I hope you enjoyed your nap. Holy just super chatted again. He super chatted $2 and said, what's the rarest game you have? What is the rarest game I have? I mean, if we're talking real rareness, let's see here. I have a lot of games that are like I have a lot of games that are rare. Let me think here though. So not everything is out of the box. I brought out about 90% of my games from the box, but let's see here. Knights, Suikoden. I mean, the thing is that I have so many rare games. It's like it's difficult to try and like pull specific ones sometimes. Like, I don't know, like so many of these. Like, yeah, and then, like, okay, I just decided to grab like four of my super rare games. Diablo on the PlayStation, super freaking rare. I have actually a couple copies of this I've tracked down over the years. Super cool. Suikoden. Suikoden is one of those more obscure old RPGs back when Konami didn't make absolute freaking garbage. It's really cool. It is very long. It is very political. I do think that the art has kind of aged bad, but it's still pretty cool. Shenmue 2, the actual Shenmue 2. So here, I'll show you something funny real quick, which is that I've always laughed about the fact that also, so this is another really rare one I have. I have all the dot hack games. These are like, some of these are like worth $200 each. But, whoops. So this is one of my favorite things to show people is that like, so this is Shenmue 2 on the Dreamcast. I have all the different versions of Shenmue. Shenmue 2 on Dreamcast. This was released in Europe. It is fully in English. It's totally playable start to finish. I've played it. Jordan Fringe is in chat. Dreamcast guy is such a cutie. Jordan, you don't have to lie for me, Jordan. I appreciate it. But so here's Shenmue 2 on the Dreamcast. We can all see that this exists. But if you get it on Xbox, it says only on Xbox. This game is so rare, Microsoft pretends that it doesn't exist. I'd take you to IHOP and Jordan is you're ridiculous, Jordan. Thanks so much for coming through, man. Jordan says I'd take you to an IHOP and pay for the whole meal. Look, Jordan, you're the type of guy of you'd take me to IHOP, you'd keep putting syrup on my pancakes, and then you'd ask me to take my top off. I know exactly what kind of person you are, Jordan, and I'd let you do it. Thoughts on the Trine series? I like the Trine series a little bit. Yeah, so that's the PAL version. That's the PAL version of Dreamcast or of Shenmue. Would you ever sell an extra copy of Diablo for PlayStation? It would be my favorite YouTuber games. I might sell one of my copies at some point. I feel weird about. I don't like selling my games. I give away my games a lot. I give my games to my friends a lot. I don't mind trading my games. I don't like to sell my games. Something about selling my games, I don't know. I feel weird about selling my games. I feel weird about, I don't know. I can't explain it. I like to give away games. I like to buy games. I like to trade games. But I don't like to give somebody a game and get money for it. What do you think about the Evo weirdness? Oh man, it is bad. I have looked at all the statements from the Smash community stuff. I saw all the statements from Evo. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's super, super bad. Oh my god. From the ground up. Honestly, Evo is canceled, right? I think that Evo had to be like canceled. They're just going to start over again next year. Love your videos, Dreamcast guy. All your honest opinions are great. Would you kindly keep dreaming? Shameless Bioshock reference. I appreciate that, SC. Yeah, of course, I got my Bioshock tattoos. Bioshock for life. Bioshock rules. Somebody said, shut up, Fringe. Yeah, all the statements. The statements from the freaking Smash community, man. Jesus Christ. So many. I mean, it's awful. Like, so many kids and stuff. Oh, just. I mean, it's just absolutely awful. Do you have merch? Yeah, I do have. Let me see if I can do this here. I have these shirts. Let's see here. I do have this store. I'll link you this. I just sell these shirts that say keep dreaming. Oops. Oh, there we go. So if that shirt, so that store here, I'll show you. This is I've never bothered too much with like merch. I don't really feel like I have that much merch, but I just basically it's these dumpster fire t-shirts. That's what you get from the store. That's all I sell though. There's also like dumpster fire stickers, which I have. I have like dumpster fire stickers on my like laptop and consoles and stuff, but that's all it is. I actually legally can't sell this hats. So I don't own the word Dreamcast. Like I'm using the word Dreamcast. The word Dreamcast is on my hat. I paid money to have this hat made. I can't legally sell this hat. So like here, hold on, let me grab. So there's the thing of the like I can have these hats. I could someday give away a Dreamcast guy hat. But if you ever see products like, so here's a like a whiskey flask based on the Dreamcast. But if you look real closely, they've carefully changed everything. So like this is where the back thing would be like all the product warnings for the Dreamcast. They said it said like risk of being drunk. If you look real close, oops, excuse me. If you look real close, it says Dream Flask. Will it autofocus? There we go. Dream Flask. Yeah, so like stuff like this is that trying to sell copyrighted stuff is a little bit weird. So it's the console is dead. Sega still owns the rights. Sega still sells their own merch. Like it's like to this day, Sega still has like Sega Dreamcast merch and stuff. So I can't legally sell the word Dreamcast. I cannot sell this logo. I do not own this logo. Dreamcast guy, big fan of your vids. My question, let me scroll down. Did your game love start as an arcade kid or a console kid? I was definitely a console kid. I grew up with the Atari for a bit, and I'll be honest, I didn't really like my Atari very much, and then I got the NES, and the NES totally, like, I got so addicted to the NES. And then the NES led to the Super Nintendo, which led to Nintendo 64, which led to the PlayStation for me, and then the PlayStation led to the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox. And then much later, like, I was in high school before I really started getting a chance to play, like, Sega games, you know? Holy heck, 450 people watching. Hello, everybody. Jesus Christ, there's so many people watching. What are we talking about? We're kind of just talking about whatever. PS4 gameplays in chat. What's up, man? We're just kind of talking about whatever people want. How do you make income from the channel? I don't know. Honestly, dude, I got ads on my videos super long ago. I got ads put on my videos like 7.5 years ago. So I don't even know how the program works now, you know? So there's automatically ads on my videos. I can't, they're just there. Ooh, here's a good question. Are you concerned for Diablo 4? Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned for Diablo 4. I played Diablo 4 at BlizzCon. There was a demo for Diablo 4 that I got a chance to play at BlizzCon right after they revealed it. They had all these computers that were off, and once they revealed Diablo 4, all of them like turned red and started like glowing with blood, and they all turned on, and there was a Diablo 4 demo. I played Diablo 4, and it was really good. The demo I played of it was extremely fun. It only had a couple monsters. It had a couple like classes. But I really liked it as it was then. I have heard Blizzard say that they changed pretty much everything from that demo, though. I've heard they changed the UI. I heard that they're tinkering with the monsters and how they spawn. One of the weirdest parts about Diablo 4 in the demo I played is that it was always online, and other people would phase in and out. So like if I was here and I'm fighting against a monster and another person is walking along and they're wanting to fight that monster, it will phase them into my world so we can fight together against that monster. But when they walk away, it'll phase them out. So like even though there's millions and millions of people, there won't be like specific servers per se. Instead, it's just going to be more of a matter of like it's going to be more a matter of like the idea of online co-op. Hello from UK. I still have Panzer Dragoon Saga game for 20 years ago. Jesus, yeah, I still want to get I want to get Panzer Dragoon Saga someday. That's the only Panzer Dragoon game I don't have. Bard's Tale, yeah, I played a little bit of Bard's Tale. Oh, did you get a review copy of Ghost of Tsushima? I haven't gotten it yet. I do think I'm going to get a copy of Ghost of Tsushima before launch. I'm probably going to find somebody that's just going to like donate one. Is Resident Evil is Resident Evil Village going to be multiplayer? I don't think so. I think that Resident Evil, from everything I've heard, all the leaks and stuff, I've heard about Resident Evil 4 Village. It's gonna basically be like Resident Evil 7 2. It's gonna be first person. It's gonna be like super tight and contained and have like a dedicated story. Not a lot of side modes, not a lot of like craziness. Definitely just like I think it's going to be locked down and focused. As a collector, Pedro just super chatted $5 and said, "As a collector, what is your most wanted game that you want but you don't have yet? Kind of like the holy grail of your collection." Honestly, what immediately comes to mind, I really, really, really want to get Rule of Rose. Haunting Ground and Rule of Rose. I guess Haunting Ground a little bit more. Both of them are PlayStation 2 games. Both of them are extremely expensive, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I saw pictures of them in like magazines as a kid, and they're one of those things that I was always curious about, but they were just so prohibitively expensive. I might get them at some point. Paul Bond says, "Do you have plans for what happens to all your games and systems when you die?" Yes, I've made it very clear to my friends and family that when I die, when I pass away, if it's in like 5 years or 50 years, I want everything I own to be sold and donated to charity. These games are cool. I'm glad that these games are cool and nice and fun to play. But if I die, I really want all that money. I want all these games to be sold on eBay for the most amount of money possible, and I want all that money to go to food banks. Food banks are extremely good about just handing out food. A lot of food banks, you just walk up, you're a hungry kid, they give you food to eat. You literally, they literally keep kids alive. Like, food banks are so incredibly important. So when I die, if some of my real life friends want to keep a couple games for memory's sake, that's cool. But my main goal is that everything gets sold and they give the money to a food bank for sure. This is I moved. Yeah, I moved out of the apartment there, Derek. I'm actually living in a house now. I have I don't know. I like my house a lot. My room feels huge. If you weren't here for the room tour earlier, but here's a nice 360. So here's the gaming corner, and then God, I'm trying to do this backwards. So gaming corner. This is where I poop. This is the pooping room right there. You're not gonna see my pooping room. That's my front door right there, or the front door of my room. That's the closet. That's where I put my clothes when I'm done pooping. And then this is the spotlight that I mount my mic on because it's got a great tripod. And there's the green screen where I make thumbnails. Those boxes are for breaking up audio. And then here's my desk. And there's chat. Look at chat. Some of these people are talking about soups and kitchens. And girth. Highland Park. Highland Park. For anybody who doesn't live in Dallas, Highland Park is the very, very rich part of town. No, I do not live in Highland Park. I am never going to live in Highland Park. Oh, that's so funny. Nope, never Highland Park there. Continue to assert dominance. Yeah, I need to find a way to I don't know. The games are farther away now. I could still probably I'll run over. Maybe I'll set the camera right here and I'll do the spawn cast from here so I can still grab games. I'm not sure. We'll see. Oh my god, I picked up a sealed, Blue in chat says, I picked up a sealed copy of Rule of Rose on eBay for $800, and then a roommate I had opened it while drunk. Oh my god. Where is Joel's dead body? Was he buried? I think we have to assume that he was buried because obviously at some point Ellie had to go back to town. I guess that Ellie somehow brought his body back because they have a funeral for him. So the fact that Joel has a grave, I'm assuming that they brought his body back. Do you enjoy living in Texas? Yeah, man. I love Texas, man. I'm never going to leave Texas. I'm staying in Texas forever. I love Dallas. I think it's funny to be here. I don't know. It's like Texas is just chill, you know? Did you know that Powell Haunting Ground is really cheap? Is it really? Here, I'm going to look this up on eBay right now. eBay. Haunting Ground, Powell. Haunting Ground. PS2. Powell. Let's see here. I mean, it's still $130. $112. Oh, here we go. Sealed copy, $60, $70. Yeah, I guess it is a lot cheaper. Haunting Ground Powell. Huh. Can I get a European PS2? Is it possible to just do like a European PS2? How's the cost of living in Texas? I like Texas. So Texas has really good food. Here in Dallas, we have a lot of music. We have a lot of like live concerts and stuff. We have a lot of conventions. Like everything is just so chill in Texas, in my opinion. And the rent is dirt cheap. I pay like this house. Like I'm living in like a nice house now, and I have a roommate, and it's very cool. And I pay like less than $1,000 a month for everything. That to me is dirt cheap. Do you know the 8-Bit guy? Yes, I live in Dallas, and yes, I do know 8-Bit Eric. 8-Bit Eric's not here, though. 8-Bit Eric is down in San Antonio, I believe. Any more tattoos you plan on getting in the future? Not really. Maybe when I get 200,000, I might get some sort of Dreamcast tattoo at some point. But, like, I already have tattoos. You know, I've got, like... Oh, ignore that hickey. Are you staying inside a lot because of the coronavirus? Yes, I am. Dude, I'm staying inside a lot. I'm just making a point to like not so my thing is that I'm just making it a point not to leave the house unless I need to. Like if I need to leave the house, if I need to like pick up supplies, if I need to go, like if I absolutely need to buy a wire for a Dreamcast or for a video or something, like that's the only time I leave the house. The only time I leave the house now is when it's like absolutely important mandatory stuff. Are there hills in Texas? No. The one weird thing about Texas is extremely flat. I've looked it up. We're actually on a thing called the Gulf Shelf. The Gulf Shelf is super flat. It's super low. If we go anywhere in Texas, we actually have to you drive up elevation. I think I have. Somebody said, do I have a mask? Yeah, I have my mask right here, actually, don't I? What did I say? I got somewhere. Yes, I've been wearing a mask to be extra careful just because I really can't afford to get... I can't afford to get corona. Even if corona has like a low fatality rate, I'm really so a couple of my real life friends have corona right now because corona is really bad in Texas right now. And a couple of my friends, including the friend I grew up with, Nick, hopefully he's in chat. Hopefully Nick's feeling all right. The guy who literally introduced me to Final Fantasy as a kid has corona right now that he got from his roommate. So he's in quarantine right now, and he's just super unhappy. He's stuck inside, and his body's beating it, but he's basically stuck inside for weeks now until he's fully healed. So he's just like I don't know, he's stuck inside and he's sad and he's lonely. So even if I manage to survive corona, I don't want to get it because I feel like I'm not going to be able to make videos. I'm not going to be able to stream. Like if I have corona, I feel like I'm just going to be like for a month. Yeah. Time to get on that Dreamcast guy merch. I don't know. I might make some merch at some point. 8-Bit Eric is cool. Yeah, 8-Bit Eric. I actually used to work with 8-Bit Eric professionally. That's all complicated. That's all like MCN stuff. But yeah, video games can help. I'm extremely lucky. Like, I am extremely lucky that I can work from home. I'm very lucky that I live in a time where there's like digital games. Like, I'm definitely extremely lucky that I'm in a time period, like, as bad as this pandemic is, at least I can, like, be here and make videos and, like, live my life. I feel so bad I worked at a bookstore for 10 years. Everybody at my bookstore has been fired. They had to basically close the bookstore permanently. So they have like a skeleton crew of employees, but most of them have completely like fallen apart. Like they fired 90% of the staff. Most of them are completely screwed. It's like, they're just screwed. I don't know. I feel bad. This whole thing's so bad. Yeah. I got a hickey on my neck. Whatever. Do you like country music? No, dude. I hate country music. I hate country music. Like, if somebody tried to pay me $1,000 to go to a country music convention, I would not do it. I would not go to a country music show or a concert. I hate country music, personally. Paul Bond super chatted oh, what is this? Oh, somebody subscribed and made the subscribe noise. Have you seen a rattlesnake? Yes. If you catch it, you can clickbait the videos with "I have corona and here are my thoughts on Halo." It's true. Do you like rap? Some rap is good. I like the more hip hoppy type stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Rock music, yeah, absolutely love rock. I really, really like electro. I'm super into EDM. I really, really love like dubstep. I really love D&B, jungle. Like I like a lot of different kinds of like electronica. I'm into ska. I really like a lot of stuff. I'm really right now I'm into electro swing. Electro swing is like a mashup of like 1920s ballroom music, and then like it mixes it together with like I don't know, like it mixes it together with like current day electronica arrangements. It's very cool. I streamed Final Fantasy Remake with COVID. It was really hard, almost died, but nothing was going to stop me from playing that game. Well, props to you, man. I'm glad you were able to beat it. Any plans to update your intro? It's ancient. I like it. I like how old my thing is. Do you like Billie Eilish? I like Billie Eilish. I guess I should say like I like some Billie Eilish. I haven't heard all of her music, but I'd say that I have not heard a Billie Eilish song I hate yet. How's your fourth going? My fourth is going pretty good. I do hope I'm probably gonna try and like live. I think tonight I might watch a live stream of fireworks or something. I can't go anywhere to watch them, but I do want to. I don't know. It's one of those things of like normally I see fireworks and I'm like, oh, that sucks. But now that I can't see fireworks, I'm like, oh, I want to see them. Doug Grew just super chatted $10 and said, I will not buy a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X if most games are not running at 4K 60 frames a second. I'd rather upgrade my PC. Do you think that most games will run at 4K 60? Doug, I don't think so. I think that there's going to be a lot of games that are like 4K 30 frames a second, or I think we're going to see a lot of games that are 1080p 100 frames a second. But I don't think that there's going to be both, you know? I'm making burgers for my girlfriend's for my girlfriend today. That's very cool. Yeah, making burgers sounds good. Honestly, I got some because I don't really eat meat. I have these really good. You just gave me a great idea. Blue X in chat. Thank you for the great idea. I have these veggie burgers in the fridge that are so fucking good, and I've got these veggie hot dogs. So I'm definitely gonna try and like make those. I think what I might do is try and like marinate them in some barbecue sauce and maybe grill them. God, that's gonna be good. It's pronounced Billie Eilish. Eilish. Billie Eilish. India banned 69 Chinese apps. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Some racing games are declared to be running at 120 frames per second. Yeah. That's I think that's the thing is that I think a lot of games are going to go above 60 frames a second. Honestly, next gen, I think that there's going to be a lot of games that run at like 100 frames a second. Pineapple burgers? I love meat and barbecue. Yeah. My thing is, meat doesn't gross me out. I just don't want to eat it. Like, I'm just one of those people, you know, where it's like meat is fine. Like, if people are eating meat next to me, it doesn't bother me at all. I just don't want to eat it. You know, to me, the way I think of it is I just don't eat one ingredient. It's like super easy. Like, being vegetarian is super easy, you know? It's just like, oh, look at all these vegetables. Oh, look at this Red Bull. You know? Teriyaki pineapple burgers are the best. We have the nicest Chinese food. Yeah, there's some real good Chinese food. Oh, I think I'm going to start making those veggie burgers. Yeah, I think I'm going to start making those veggie burgers. I'm going to stream for like another 4 minutes here, folks, and then I'm going to go eat some veggie burgers. Did you watch DNA on Netflix? It's Trigger Studio. No, I have not watched DNA on Netflix. Hey, Dreamcast guy, love your content. Are you going to be on the Spawncast tonight? Yes, absolutely yes. How do you live without chicken? It's easy. You just don't eat it. You see chicken and you go, no thank you, Satan. How far off? I think we're going to see Final Fantasy 16 soon. How's your kitchen? Oh, God. There's no way that taurine is in Red Bull. No, that is a myth, Kinju. There's no meat in this. If there was meat in taurine, that's a myth. There is meat in weird stuff though. There's meat in Parmesan cheese. There's meat in some stuff like some candy. It's weird. How much weight have you lost since intermittent fasting? I've been intermittent fasting. I haven't lost too much. I mean, I've lost a little bit, but so yeah, we're gonna be streaming for a couple more minutes here. I do want to thank everybody for coming in here and for talking. This is fun. I do kind of want to do like one more walk around the room. Let's put the just for fun properties. All right, we're gonna walk around the room one more time. All right, everybody. Yeah, vegans are the weirdos. Like, yeah, vegetarians. So I technically I'm a pescatarian. I eat a little bit of fish. Honestly, you're supposed to eat a little bit of animals. There is some stuff that is only in animals. Like, if you want to have a balanced diet and actually be healthy, you do have to eat a couple animals. All right, let's walk around just a little bit more. Hey, everybody. All right, to the 400 people that are here right now, we'll do one last. This is probably the last time I'm ever going to do like a real like room tour because honestly, room tours aren't really that cool. But game collection, super big, not alphabetized at all right now because I just set it up. I kind of just grabbed stuff. You can see things are still kind of in the clusters I originally grabbed them off the shelves with. All my Game Boys. You can see I actually have piles and piles and piles and piles of games that I just was not able to like. There's just been so much, like just too much, like too many games, which is a good problem to have. But I just have so many games I can't even put them all up. There is some stuff though that I'm really glad I was able to finally put up for the collection. Like this is the Sega Genesis Mini. Love my Sega Genesis Mini. Sega sent me the Genesis Mini. Very cool of them to do. And then they also later on gave me this, which is a little tiny Sega CD, which is fake. It doesn't really work. 32X, a little Sonic and Knuckles, and a Genesis cartridge. I don't know. Something about this is really cool and neat. I'm glad that I was finally able to actually put that up and not just make it like some random thing in a box somewhere. Let's see that front yard. I can't show you my front yard. The problem is, this is one of those weird houses where I don't really have a front yard. The front of my house basically touches the front of my neighbor's house. If I open these blinds, you would definitely see my address. So I can't ever open these blinds, but I'm all right with that. Hi there, new sub here. So hello there, Chris17. Dreamcast guy, do you think this will be the last generation of consoles with physical media? Probably. Cool. Let's just. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna have a nice little seat here, folks. This is it. This is the good life. It's actually kind of cool. I like the idea of like I don't know. It's very cool to me to have like. It's funny that 400 people are chilling with me right now next to my closet. You know. How is Yakuza Dead Souls? Yakuza Dead Souls is cool, and I don't think it's ever coming to America. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for donating. Thank you everybody who's been supporting via super chats, via donations. Thank you everybody who's been liking the videos a bunch and stuff. Honestly, this is one of the highest viewed months ever. In June, I think I got over 2 million views in June, which is just honestly, it still just blows my mind. The idea of millions of people watching my videos, it makes me happy. I'm not gonna lie, it makes me extremely happy that like the videos are doing so well. But the reason they're doing well is because you guys keep hitting that like button, you keep commenting. It keeps the algorithm just spreading that stuff again and again. So I think I really just owe everybody a big, genuine thank you a bunch. It's been nice watching the channel blow up a bunch. 200,000 is coming up. It's just over the horizon. Maybe, and I'm just spitballing some ideas here. What if, and I'm just coming up with some ideas here, maybe I get a tattoo on live stream for 200,000. A tattoo on live stream for 200,000. Maybe. Well, the count that as a giant maybe, but I think that might be a fun idea of maybe I could find a tattoo artist to come to the house and we could set it up here in the studio and I could actually like lay down and get a tattoo on stream and read chat. And I could get like some sort of big Dreamcast tattoo. Does that sound fun? I think that's a kind of fun idea. But it's just an off the cuff plan. We'll see how it actually works out. Just kind of spitballing some ideas. I mean, how many times have people gotten a tattoo on cam? You know, like how I feel like that's got to be a pretty rare thing. Your videos are awesome, man. I always look forward to your next video. Thank you so much there. Let me move this back over here. There we go. Perfect. Dreamcast logo tattoo, yeah. The honest reviews is why I came. The dominance is why I stayed. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about maybe. So I kind of like the idea of like on my bicep getting like the swirl, you know, my tiny arms, or maybe I I have a tattoo on this part of my body, on this part of my chest. It doesn't really show up on camera, but I have some scars on my chest, so I can't really get a tattoo here, and I don't want to get it on my stomach, obviously. A blue spiral on my forehead, blue eyes, white dragon. Maybe I'll get a big spiral somewhere though. I do want to get a big spiral somewhere. I think it'd be cool to get a big Dreamcast spiral. Maybe if I get like, I don't know. We'll think it. Okay, cool. Well, thank you everybody for watching. It's been fun. It's been great. Thank you again for all the super chats, for all the subscribers, for all the goodness. And of course, I will be back next week. Maybe I'll actually try streaming some games in the middle of the week. We'll see. Maybe I'll stream something on Wednesday or something. We'll see. Thanks, everybody. Dreamcast guy, no homo. Your videos are great. They helped me through my divorce. Well, thank you so much there, Brian. Maybe I can give you an open mouth kiss later. Full homo. Okay, cool. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day. Oh,